Hi and happy new moon. This is Yukiko, and for today's new moon, we're going to do a journeying. But first of all, I just wanted to explain to you a little bit some of the procedures that I go through to do something like this, to do a ritual. So first of all, I have set up an altar, and I invite you to do that specifically for this moment, for this new moon. Today I'm outside, and because of the season, here is my altar. I've put out some fur for this season, and I've laid out some crystals for the earth element and a candle for the fire element. I have a chalice with water in it with a for me it's there's a drop of the red and the white water from the sacred wells in Glastonbury, and I have a feather fan for representing the air element. But the air element can also be represented by sound, also by things like incense, bells, things like that. Okay, so I invite you to set up an altar. It can be something very simple for today. Good. And here is a little cauldron that I have. I'm going to be burning some incense here. It's an incense that I brought in from Glastonbury. And I'll be burning some Isis incense today. The great queen, the great goddess, who is who brought back Osiris from the dead. She, to me, is like a passage priestess, a guardian of the threshold, and a great magician, healer, and holding the mysterious gateway of death and transformation. This season of air, in the Wheel of Britannia that I am studying and following, starts right around this time, and it centers around the winter solstice, which is the 21st. And during that winter solstice time, the sun stays stationary, meaning that it doesn't go any higher when it rises and sets for 3 days. So 21, 22, 23, and then it starts to shift up again around the 24th. And therefore, it's the time, the rebirth of the sun, S-U-N. And of course, in Christianity, we've taken it over as the rebirth of the Son, S-O-N, the birth of Christ. So it's a time of really coming out of the deep underworld and starting to look at the rise of our own soul. And it's a particularly auspicious new moon in that it's supported by Jupiter, and in the house of Sagittarius, which is also ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter is a wonderful, expanding, loving planet. And so whatever it is, the intentions that you would like to set as we go into the darkest part of this year, and as we celebrate the rising of the sun, and on the 22nd is a full moon. So it's a beautiful way to set the intent of this new energy rising out of the dark moon and towards the fullness of the full moon, at the same time towards the rebirth of the sun. So we'll be calling in the directions, and the calling in of the directions can be done in many different ways. I am right now following the Wheel of Britannia, or Bridget Anna, from my tradition of Avalon. And so in this tradition, the different directions have different qualities, and you can follow that, or you can pause and skip over if you have your way of calling in the wheel. And we start out with the direction that is right now. So I'm still going to call in, start from the northwest, which is Ceridwen, which was Samhain or Halloween, Ween. And I'll start from Ceridwen and go through the 8 directions, so the 4 cardinal and the cross-quarter directions, plus the center. All right? And if you would like to follow my calling in, and then, excuse me, please, I'll be saying at the end of each direction, I breathe you in, and then hail and welcome. Sorry, I'm breathing in the incense smoke. Okay, ready? Good. All right. Okay, so in where you are, find which way north is, which way the directions are, because we're going to be actually facing these directions. And I'm going to be using this special bell from Bali, okay, to ring in the directions. So we'll start out with the northwest. I call in the great direction of the northwest, great Ceridwen, keeper of the cauldron, and the great keeper of the gateway to death and regeneration. Great yew tree woman, Shilana Gig with your gig valva, let us enter into your tomb, womb, the rebirth as we die and release into new life. I call upon your animals, the great white sow of death, the great frog, and the hawk. Ceridwen, Kali, Isis, Banshee, yew tree woman, the great regenerative energies. I breathe you in. Hail and welcome, Ceridwen. And turning into the great direction of the west, of the north. I call in Danu, Nolava Air, Morgan Tyronoe, of the winter solstice, the rebirth of the sun, and feeling into the great star fields of the north, of wisdom. Holly woman, with your evergreen holly and the red berries, that even in the depth of winter, in the depth of the snowfields, there is life moving. Guide me into the great stillness of my own creative matrix, of the great creative matrix of life. Ariana Rod of the silver wheel, Ariadne of the corolla borealis. With your birds, the great eagles and the wise owl, the vultures and the great mighty wren. I breathe in your stillness. Hail and welcome, Danu. And facing the great direction of the northeast. Oh, Bridie, Breed, Bridget, Saraswati, White Tara, the beginning, the quickening of life, Swam Maiden. You are the great healer and musician, poet, scholar, the keeper of the threshold, the guardian of the midwives, the holder of the hearth fire, and the goddess of the blacksmiths. Great lady, the willow lady, with your powerful serpents of life, and the wolf, and your great innocence that calls in the unicorns. The great energy of quickening, Morgan Clayton. I breathe your life energy in. Hail and welcome, Bridie. And turning to the direction of the east, of Esther, of the spring equinox, of the rising sun, Granye, the sun goddess, Sulis, Amaterasu, Omikami, and great Arta, the she-bear, as she rises out of hibernation with her little ones. This is the rising of fire of life, Nolava fire, Morgan Clayton. And in the spring energy, I see and feel the great green fire of the earth coming forth with leaves and grass and the flowers. The great fire of courage burning, starting in my belly, the desire to start to manifest, to bring forth the song of my life into this world. Hazel lady, the powerful tree of the diviners. With your March hair, the moon hair, the red hen, and the magical, mystical cat. I breathe in your fire energy. Hail and welcome, Arta. And turning to the direction of the southeast. Oh, Nolava Lava, Rhiannon, great queen, queen of the May, rising out of the ocean on your white mare, Venus, Aphrodite, the beautiful goddesses of love, the great lover, rising to meet her beloved. The beautiful energies of Maytime, of spring, of the flowers bursting forth, of sensuality and sexuality. The great creative fire that comes from meeting and mating, from relationships. Olwen of the white tracks, Ellen of the ways, showing us the magnetic pathways of the earth. Blodoved, the flower maiden of true love. I open to you with the great hawthorn flowers in the hawthorn tree, with your horses and your magical birds. Rhiannon, I breathe you in. Hail and welcome, Rhiannon. And turning to the great direction of the south, of the ocean, Nolava water, the great queen of the deep, Domnu, with her powerful animals, the whale and the dolphin, the wise one of this planet, the great seal and the wise salmon of knowledge. I feel you within me. On this watery planet, I also have a body that is 75% water. Let me flow. Let our emotions flow. In the warmth of summer, of the summer solstice with your great oak tree, ladies of the lake, Nimue, Vivian, of the sacred wells and the holy springs. Bring the fluid emotions back into my life and unconditional love. Let me flow freely to relate, to know that we are all interconnected. O great lady of water, Morgan Glyton, the glistening one, I breathe you in. Hail and welcome, Domnu. And turning with me to the direction of the southwest, to Lamas, to the great time of abundance, the corn maiden and the wheat, the golden fields of wheat ready for harvest, the first harvest. O great pregnant Mother Ka, Lakshmi. Feeling in the energy of the great ash tree, the wild tree, connecting us in with the richness and the wealth of this beautiful life, this beautiful plain, and the great Mother Goddess that has birthed everything, all life. Dear woman, with your horned animals, the cow, the sheep, the goats, and the deer, with your powerful stag and the mystical white hind. Show me and share with us your wisdom of sensing the energy that connects all things and the great wealth and abundance in all life. Great Goddess, I breathe you in. Hail and welcome, Mother Ka. And please turn with me to the direction of the west. The direction of Mother Earth, Eartha, Gaia. Nalava Earth, Bamba. Morgan Moranoi. O great Earth, at the autumn equinox, at equal day and night, the leaves start to turn color. With this final harvest, with deep gratitude, I feel the power of the earth, of this earth, of my own body, my earth. Teach us. And let me really open to the deep gratitude and respect and love for our mother planet Earth and for my own body, to treat it with great respect and to steward my own body and to steward this earth with great love and foresight and respect. Please guide us and help us come through. Oh, Mother Bamba, with your wild boars and the badgers and the foxes, let those animals that bore into you teach us how to trust and to honor you. And the great beech tree lady, feeling into the earth, into the roots, into the great sap that rises through the beautiful tree body. Let us teach ourselves to connect deeply into the earth and into sky. Great Bamba, I breathe you in. Hail and welcome, Bamba. And then turning with me into the center, into your own heart center. Calling in your own guardian, goddess, energy, power animal, guardian, I am going to call in for myself the Lady of Avalon, the great goddess of compassion and unconditional love, great magician, healer, and the powerful energy that brought me closer into this combining of the divine and the human, of becoming an embodied soul. I thank you, great lady, the Lady of Avalon, the Lady of Apples. I connect into your powerful energy in Glastonbury, in Avalon, the Tor. But Avalon is everywhere. It is the mystical landscape of our own soul that has married the divine and the human together. Oh, great lady, I breathe you in. Hail and welcome, Lady of Avalon. And now I invite you to move into this journeying dance for this new moon. I invite you to turn the music on. You have the Spotify list in this email, and it is about a 25-minute journey of music that's all composed using, it's called ice music, using pieces of ice and music inspired by the ice fields. And I invite you to go into a moving journey of entering into your own creative matrix, into that great silence of where you are birthed in, but journey into it, journey into it. And if you feel that the music is distracting, then just stop it at any time. And once you are in there, and trust your own capacity to journey in, trust that. Once you are in there, move, stay still, cry, sing, dance, but really access your own spontaneous life energy. Become free. It's your gift to the world and to yourself. Become free and release all the constrictions in this moment as you journey into your own creative matrix, and to receive the gift of opening into this time of the year. And if you have an intention, set and call in that intention before you journey. Light a candle. And wishing you the very best of journeys. And once you come out slowly and rest, and make sure that you really come back into this body, because this is how you empower yourself. Bring that journeying wisdom back fully into your body. And that's why I'm encouraging you this time to journey in movement with the dance. And then, if you like, sit down and journal. Take the time, and I'll write back. Great blessings, and big love to you. Blessed be.